Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Officers at 24/7, and I am here with all of you to discuss another session on the principles and practices of banking. That is your PPB subject. So, as you know, in the Sankalp series, we have started every day. We are discussing one particular chapter of your module A. Then, after we have completed all the 21 units of module A, we will start with the module B, then module C, and then module D. Because you know there are total 55 units in your PPB subject. So, out of those 55, 21 units are only in your module A. So, if I am talking about the general banking operation, that's a module A of your, it covers 21 units. Out of that, we have discussed 5. And today we are going to discuss the 6th unit, that is talking about the operating aspect of handling, clearing, collection or cash. Right? So this is what we are going to discuss today. But before that, as you know, 55 units are there. And we have around 60 days now to go or to be prepared fully for our paper, or from where, or I can say it should be very clear for all of us from before 30th of September. We should have to complete the syllabus, right? And this is, we have only 60 days now. So, and 55 units are there. So every day we are going to discuss one unit and it will cover your all the units, okay? And also this session happens Monday to Friday. Apart from that, this happens at 7 a.m. only on Officers at 24/7. So those who do not know, and if this is your first class, what you can do, you can go to the Officers at 24/7 channel. You can find the playlist there and check all the other 5 sessions that I have already taken. Okay. So let's start the session. Before starting the session, I am your mentor for PPB and Indian Economy, Indian Financial System, both for the JIIB. Okay. And also I request to all of you, do make sure you share the session on the Telegram channels, WhatsApp group, Facebook groups, wherever you link with the persons who are going to give their JIIB October 2023 paper, so that they will be also joining us in this particular session. So let's start the question. So first of all, we are going to discuss the module A, the unit 6, that is operational aspect of handling the clearing, collection or cash. Okay, so this is the first question in front of you, and in the end of the session, I am going to ask from all of you how many answers you have given correct. So do make sure you are counting your answers. So first is talking about which of the following are not the characteristics of CTS. Not a characteristics of CTS. First of all, let me know in the comment section what actually the CTS stands for. I know you all have heard this term, CTS 2010. So let me know what is CTS actually means. What is the full form of CTS? Okay. It stands for check truncation system, and the check truncation system was introduced to stop the physical movement of check. So to stop the physical movement of check, we have introduced what? We have introduced the CTS. Okay. Now, these are the certain statement. Out of that, you have to tell which of the following is not a characteristics of CTS. So first statement is talking about it is an electronic image of a paper check. Okay. Second is saying banks and financial institution can involve, and the clearing house can truncate a check. It means the clearing house can create an electronic image of a check. Third is saying the electronic image of the check truncation substitutes the physical check from the point and time of truncation onwards. Then the truncation is done anytime, reduce the time taken for the realization. So what do you think, which of the following is or are not a characteristics of CTS? So first of all, it is an electronic image of paper check. This is the characteristics. This is the characteristic. Second, banks and financial institutions will be involved. Okay, they will be involved. But the clearing house is not allowed to truncate the check. The clearing house cannot create an electronic image of a check. So the second one is incorrect. Okay, it's not a characteristic. Third is saying from the clearing house for payment processing. Obviously, the bank who collects this for the clearing process, that's a paying bank. What bank it is? It's a paying bank who is making the payment available for the check. So right answer will be your B option. The bank who collects the check from the customer, that's a collecting bank. Sometimes the collecting and paying bank can also be same. It can be different, it can be same. So right answer is paying bank. Next question is talking about which of the following cash held at branch is not required to be under the dual custody. So out of the certain conditions we have in this particular option, which particular cash balance do not need what? Dual custody. Hana, it do not need the dual custody. This is the question asking. So we have options. The cashier hand balance, second. Notes of less than 100 denomination, cash balance in the form of coins, or all of the above. So in which case you do not have to have a dual custody. So in case of the coins, the dual custody will be available. In case of coins, dual custody will be available. In case of notes, the dual custody will be available if it is not defined who is holding this denomination in a bank, right? So cashier's hand balance, whatever balance is had with the cashier that do not require the dual custody in the banking. So the right answer is your A option. Okay. Next question is talking about RBI has introduced the positive pay system for CTS with effect from dash. So when RBI introduced this positive pay system, that you have to answer here. Okay, the positive pay system introduced by RBI, in which particular year, it was effective from which year, that you have to tell. Clear? So let's see the options here. What are the options? 1st January 21, 1st December 21, 1st March 21, 1st January 22. So what is actually the positive pay system? It involves a process of reconfirmation, the details of a large value checks. Hana, what has been seen here, RBI has created a certain application in which electronically you can do the confirmation about the check you have submitted of the high value. Hana, so to confirm the value of a check, the details of a check, this has been introduced. So CTS positive pay system includes what? It was effective from which date? It was effective from 1st January 2021. Okay, and it became mandatory in case of check for amount of 5 lakh and above. Hana, it is mandatory for the checks of 5 lakh and above. Below this amount, it depends on the customer. If the customer wants, he can give the clarification, he can give the verification. Otherwise, if customer do not want, it is not mandatory. But above 5 lakh, it is mandatory. Because it is for the high value checks only. Now, so right answer is A. Now, under CTS process, dash images are to be taken of each check. How many images will be taken of each check here? That the question is asking about. And the options we have 2, 1, 3 and 4. So out of these 4 options, how many images will be taken of the CTS, check truncation system? So first of all, the images will be taken under a certain different combination. Hana? And that combination is, first we have a grayscale, second we have black and white, and now we have what? Black and white image. So first of all, here CTS in India, it is use a combination of what? It use a combination of grayscale and the black and white image. This combination is used under the CTS. Okay, and how many images will be taken? The 3 images will be taken here of each check. Each check will have 3 images here under the combination of the grayscale in black and white images. Okay, and this will be taken from front grayscale, front back and white, and back white. Back black and white. Hai na? So the first image will be front grayscale and second will be front black and white and back black and white. So this type of 3 images will be taken. And a specific scanner will be there from which you can take the images of the check. So do remember, under the CTS process, we have the image. We click the image of a check with the grayscale in black and white images, and the 3 images will be taken, front from the grayscale, front and back from the black and white images. So the right answer is 3. Okay, what is right answer? Right answer is 3. Now, the next question we have, that's talk about all cash remittances in transit are covered under which insurance policy obtained by the bank? Okay, so what we're talking about here, the question is asking here, all cash remittances in transit are covered under the which insurance policy obtained by the bank? And the options we have raincoat, pillow, then blanket, and none of the above. So let me know which of the following is correct. Let me know which of the following is correct. Okay. In case of insurance, the certain conditions has been given. First of all the cash remittances means fund transfer, that should be under the insurance policy, that is blanket insurance policy. And it must be ensured that the maximum limit laid down therein for any one carriage is not extended under any circumstances. So whatever limit they have given you for the remittances, that you have to follow. Okay, and this will be done under the blanket insurance policy. All the cash remittances will be covered under the blanket insurance policy. Next, which of the following action is proper in handling counterfeit notes? So, if you want to handle a counterfeit notes, what process you have to follow? Hana? So, options we have, what action should be there? First, second, third, and fourth. These are the options. Do read this statement carefully and then let me know which of the following is correct. Okay. So first one is saying the teller refuses to accept the counterfeit note detected by her at the counter. Second, during checking of bulk cash of a customer, counterfeit note is detected. So the customer comes and replaces it with a genuine note and is given back the counterfeit note. Third, the teller detects a counterfeit note at the counter, keeps it against receipts given to the customer. The note is destroyed by the head cashier. Fourth, the counterfeit note detected at the counter is impounded by the teller and the brands it with the counterfeit stamp. Okay, so which of the following action is proper in handling the counterfeit notes? It's very obvious. You can't given back the note to the customer. You can't do that. Then teller refuses to accept. They can't do that. They will accept it. Apart from that, it detects the counterfeit note and what they done, they keep it in against the receipts given to the customer and it will be destroyed. No, the head cashier do not have the right to destroy it. It means the right option is D, that you can able to take if you have detected that this is a counterfeit currency. In that situation, you have to pound it that particular currency with the stamp of the counterfeit. Okay, so right answer for this particular question is D option. The right answer is D option. Clear? Now next question. So next question is talking about which of the following requirement is not mandatory for check under the CTS 2010 standard. Which of the following is not mandatory for the check under the CTS 2010 standard? So we have options, field placement as prescribed, security thread, pre-filled account filled, or watermark. So which of the following is right? Which of the following requirement is not mandatory for check under the CTS standard? What is not mandatory? The security thread is not mandatory because now you are taking an electronic image. So the security thread is not mandatory for the check under the 2010 standard of CTS checks. CTS is what? Check truncation system. Truncation means simply to convert what we can say or we can say truncation means we have introduced the CTS in the truncation way that says to stop the physical movement of check. Because when we used to do the physical movement of check, we have seen this situation like what used to happen if the check misplaced or because of the courier service it was not reached at the time, the customer have to face the loss. Whether it is from the side of the bank or not, but the customer have to face loss. So to reduce this thing, and otherwise to reduce the time for clearance. Earlier it used to take 1 week at least to clear the check. Now it can be done within 2 days. It can be done within 1 day also. So this is why we have introduced this check, and the security threat is not required. Now, the bulk of cash balance should always be in a strong room, safe under joint custody, while the remainder, that is cashier's hand balance, which will be kept as low as conventionally possible, that will be left with whom? Okay, so bulk of the cash balance we're talking about. Head cashier, cashier, manager, or either A or B. So you have a bulk of cash balance. That should always be in the strong room or the safe room. Under the joint custody. The joint custody will be there. Clear? So while the remainder, cashier, hand balance, which will be kept as low as conventionally possible. It will be left with whom? The head cashier, the manager, or A or B. So the right answer for this particular question will be with the head cashier and the cashier. So the right answer will be your D option. Right answer is what? It is the D option. I hope it's clear. Next. Okay. So which of the following statement is not acceptable? Which of the following statement is not acceptable in the check collection policy of a bank? So not a part of a check collection policy of a bank. First is saying, the bank will take all possible measures for safeguarding the instrument received from its customer for collection. Second, the bank will compensate the customer for any delay in collection of check on its own. Okay, the third is saying, the bank will not be responsible for any delay arising out of circumstances beyond its control or control of the paying bank. Fourth is saying, no compensation will be paid for delay in collection of local checks. So what do you think? Which of the following statement is not acceptable in the check collection policy of a bank? So bank will take possible measure for safeguarding the instrument received from its customer. This is true. This have to be there in the policy. Second, the bank will compensate the customer for any delay in collection of check on its own. Yes, bank have to pay the delay. Third, the bank will not be responsible for any delay arising out of circumstances beyond its control. Like obviously, like for example, as I have told you, because of the natural disaster, the courier service not reached to the bank at the time. So this is not a mistake of a bank. So bank is not liable for in this situation. No compensation will be paid for delay in collection of local checks. It have to be paid. Because these are the local checks. Why you haven't done the compensation yet? Because that's a local check. You got the check, you have to take the image and you have to make the payment. If you have done the delay in that also, then you have to pay the compensation. So this is not acceptable in the bank check collection policy. So the right answer will be your D option. What is right answer? D option is right answer. Okay. So these are the number of questions we have talked about the CTS mainly, or I can say handling a collection of check we have discussed today. Okay. Now let me know out of those questions how many answers you all have given right. And it's very obvious the complete syllabus coverage cannot be possible in a half-hour session in a particular MCQ plus explanation based question. So if you want a complete coverage of the subject with the practice questions, with the ebooks, with the PDF, etc., then you can join the Mahapack 2.2. Okay. And right now 81% discount plus the double validity is available. And here you will get so many benefits. What kind of benefits will be available? I will let you know. So first of all, you will get all the live classes. Okay. Conceptual classes, that will be the live classes. You will get the recording of the live classes. You will get a topic-wise test. Full-length mock test will be there. ebooks will be there, and class PDFs will also be there. And in the Mahapack, you will get marathons also. This is the difference between a batch and a marathon, right? So these all benefits will be available for you. Now, how to enroll? First of all, do download the Adda 24/7 application if you haven't downloaded it yet. After download the application, go to the JIB CIB section and click on the JIB October 2023. When you click here, you will find the Mahapack as well as the batch is available here. So to enroll in any of the particular product, just click on the particular product and do read the details. So let's say I have clicked on this particular product. So we have Mahapack 2.0, always check the offering of a product. After checking the offering, what validity you want? You want 6 plus 6, 12 plus 2, that you have to select. Then if you find any kind of issue at the time of enrollment, you can call on this number and ask for the solution. Then how to enroll? Just click on the buy now option and apply a code JC80. What code is required to be applied? JC80 code you can apply, and you can see here only 80% discount is there. If you want 1% additional discount, you can use the coins that is available on the application, and around 64 or 6500 you have to pay for 1 year validity of your JIB Mahapack 2.0. Okay, and if you want to go with the Sankalp batch now, you can go with the Sankalp batch also. That is also available very easily on the application only. And the same process you have to use for the Sankalp batch also. Clear? So this is the information for all of you, how to enroll. So next, first of all, let me know what is your score out of the total question. Those who are watching us recorded, also let me know in the comment section how many answers you have given correct. And also, if you haven't downloaded the application, do download it. If you haven't subscribed the channel, Office of Adda 24/7, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Also, this session on PPB is going on Monday to Friday, only on Office of Adda 24/7. If you haven't seen the earlier session, 5 sessions already I have taken. If you haven't seen those sessions, you can go to the Office of Adda 24/7 platform. You can find the playlist and you can check the all other 5 sessions which already have been done. Okay, and also I have a request to all of you again, do share the session on the Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, Facebook groups, wherever you know the persons are available who are going to give their JIB October exam. Okay, so let's end the session here, and we are going to meet again tomorrow at the same time for 7 a.m. for the PPB and at 7:30 a.m. for the Indian economy and Indian financial system. So do not forget to join the session, and thank you all. Have a very good day to all of you. Unit will be discussed in the form of MCQ with the explanation. So the questions with explanation we are going to discuss in this series, and this series is going on since the first chapter we have discussed, that is 2nd of August, because the 1st of August was the day when your registration started. So from the 2nd of August, we have started the Sankalp series. So already the 6 sessions has been completed. It means I have taken the 6 chapters of your in individual session. Now today we have a 7th class. So before that, before starting the session, as you know, PPB has the biggest syllabus in comparison to other 3 subjects, right? And in case of PPB, there are 55 units. How many units are there? 55 units are there, but out of 55 units, you can see the single module A of your cover how many units? 21. And this is the biggest syllabus in the JIB paper we have, and already the 6 chapters we have taken already. And the next one we are going to discuss today is banker-customer relationship, but the special relation. So the first chapter you have banker-customer relationship, in which a general relationship between a banker and a we have discussed. In this session, we are going to discuss the special relationship between a bank and a customer. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. Now, what is a special relationship? It can be right of set off, it can be right of appropriation, it can be mandate, it can be your garnish order, attachment order, etc. These are the topics, or these are the relationship that is known as bankers' special relationship. Okay, in which certain duties, certain responsibilities conducted by the bank for the customer, right? So let's start the session, and in this session what we are going to do, simply I will discuss certain questions with the explanation with all of you. You have to answer according to you which particular option is correct, and in the end of the session I am going to ask with all of you how many answers you have given correct. So do make sure you counting that how many answers you are giving correct. Before that, before starting to the first question, I'm your mentor. How many types of power of attorney is there? So what is a document that executed by one person that is called the donor? है It is executed by one person that is called the donor. The power of attorney is a document executed by one person that is called as a donor or a principal in favor of another person called donee or agent to act on the behalf of former as per the authority given in the power of attorney document. So this document, in case of power of attorney, who will be the donee or who will be known as agent? It will be the person who will take care of my property, my asset on behalf of me. That person will be known as agent, okay, or donee. So this is what we're talking about. And in case of power of attorney, there are two types of power of attorney. First, we have general or universal. Second, we have specific or limited. Okay, so we have two types. General power of attorney. Okay, that's the one of the type of power of attorney. You can call it universal also. General means it's universal. It will be same. It is the general power of attorney. And the second one is specific. If it is specific, you can call it limited. So these two types of power of attorneys we have. Okay, now next. So right answer will be A option. The second question is talking about right to the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in another account of the same customer by banks is called dash. So what we're talking about, right to the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in another account of the same customer by banks is called what? Okay, now the options we have: garnish, lion, right of appropriation, rating. So you have to answer out of these four, which of the following is correct. So the right to debit the balance in one account with the credit balance in the another account. Let's say, for example, a particular customer have two accounts in your bank, right? And in one is credit account, one is debit account. So what you are doing here, you have a right to do what? You have a right to debit the balance in one account with the credit balance in the another account. Okay, of the same customer by the banks is called what? It is called right of appropriation. It is called what? It is called the right of appropriation. Clear? Next we have, so right answer will be your C option. Clear? Next we have here, mandate is a dash. What is a mandate? You have to answer. So first option is saying it's a stamped agreement, it's an unstamped agreement, it's a memorandum of understanding, it's a letter of authority. So what actually the mandate is? What actually the mandate is? A stamped document, an unstamped agreement, and memorandum of understanding or letter of authority. Okay, so if I talk about mandate, a mandate is simply, it ceases to be valid on death, insanity, insolvency, bankruptcy of the account holder. In that situation, the mandate will work. And what is mandate? It is a unstamped agreement. It is what? It is an unstamped agreement. So right answer will be your B option. Now next question is talking about automatic right of set off without notice arises in the following cases. Okay, what are these following cases? Death or insanity, insolvency of the customer, insolvency of a partner or on the winding up of a company, receipts of garnish order, receipts of notice of assignment of customers' credit balances, and then receipts of a notice of secure mortgage over the, one second. Okay. Over the security over the security charged to the banks, and we have these options. So there are 5 statements in front of us which is talking about automatic right of set off arises in the following cases. In what case you can do automatic what? Right of set off. Hana, it means you are doing set off without giving the notice to the customer. So which of the following is correct? Okay. So in case of death or insanity or insolvency of the customer, it can be done. Insolvency of a partner or the winding up of a company, yes, you can do that in that case also. Receipts of garnish order, if you got a garnish order, that can also be done. Receipts of notice of assignment of customer's credit balance, that can also be entertained. Receipts of notice of secured mortgage over the security charged to the bank is also the right. So the right answer for this question will be your D, all of the above. All of the above are the part in which we are talking about the automatic right of set off situation. Like you do not have to give the notice. Without giving notice, you will be able to participate or to perform the set of services here in the account of a customer. Now next. Person to whom a power of attorney is given is called a dash, and who gives it, it called dash. So I have just told you that one person is a donor and the another person is a donee. To the donor, you can call what? The donor can also be known as, or the donor can also be called as your principal, and the donee can also be called as an agent. Okay, so which of the following is correct? The person whom a power of attorney is given is called what? So I am giving the power of attorney for my asset. So I am the donor, I am the principal. And the person who is getting it, it's a donee. So right answer is donee, donor. That is the D option. Clear? Next. Next we have a dash as a right of a debtor to take into account a debt owing to him by a creditor when paying a debt due from him to the creditor. So question is asking that simply a dash, it can be right of set off, it can be right of line, it can be garnish order, it can be your order of attachment. And the question is saying that a dash is simply a right of a debtor. And a debtor means who is taking money. To take into account a debt owing to him by a creditor. So when paying a debt due from him to the creditor. So it is what? It's a right of set off, right of line, garnish order or order of an attachment. So simply the set off is the right of a debtor. Hana, if I talk about right of having a set of right, it is the simple right of a debtor to take into account a debt owing to him by a creditor when paying a debt due to him to the creditor. So simply a bank can has a right of set off between two or more accounts that is maintained by the customer. Okay, or by adjusting the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in the another account, that can be performed by the bank, and this is known as your right of set off. Okay, or we can say that the banker can adjust his claim from the amount that is payable to the customer. So what he is doing, he can maintain the or adjust the account that is payable to the customer. That can be done by the bank. Now, next we have right to appropriate the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in another account of the same customer by bank is called. So what is actually it is, first of all, we are saying, again, the same concept we are talking about. You have a right to appropriate the debit balance in your one account with the credit balance in your another account of the same customer. Another customer has two accounts in your bank, and this can be done by the bank. So garnish order, line, set off, and the fourth one is rating. Under which particular terminology or under which particular concept it can be done by a bank. So it's very obvious the set off is the right answer. We have just discussed that this activity can be performed in the right of set off. Now, which of the following statements are incorrect in terms of mandate? So I have told you mandate will be used in case of insolvency, death or certain conditions that can be, mandate can be used here. Now, which of the following statement is not true about the mandate, that you have to answer. Okay, and these are the statement in front of you. First is saying There is no need to inform the bank about the authority given to the third person, that is mandate. The second is saying the signature of the mandate is verified by the customer in the mandate letter. Third is saying the mandate is normally temporary for a short period. Fourth is saying institution to issue a mandate. Fifth is saying a mandate ceases to be valid on death, insanity and insolvency, bankruptcy of the account holder. And the last is saying a mandate can be withdrawn anytime by the account holders. So what do you think, which of the following is correct? Incorrect about the mandate. The incorrect statement about the mandate. So what is mandate? Mandate is simply an authority which has given by the account holder in favor of the third person to do a certain act on his behalf. A mandate can be withdrawn any time by the account holder. Mandate can be withdrawn any time by the account holder. Okay. A mandate ceases to be valid on the death. It ceases to be valid on the death, insanity, insolvency, bankruptcy, account holder. This is also correct. Institution to issue a mandate. Institution need to issue a power of attorney and not a mandate. So they cannot issue mandate, they can issue power of attorney. So the fourth option is incorrect. The third is saying the mandate is normally temporary for a short period. This is correct. Mandate is temporary for a short period. Then the signature of the mandate is verified by the customer in the mandate letter. Okay, that is also true, that the signature of the mandate is verified by the customer in the mandate letter. Then first is saying that there is no need to inform the bank about the authority given to the third person. That is mandate. But the right thing is the customer informs the bank about the authority given to the third person. It has to be done. So the first one is also not right. So the question is asking which statement is incorrect about mandate. So the first and the fourth statement is incorrect. So the right answer will be B option. Okay, right answer will be B option because first and fourth is incorrect. Next, banker's line is an dash. It's a bailment of goods, it's an implied pledge, it's an agreement, or it's an stoppage. So what do you think? What is banker's line is? Bailment of goods, implied pledge, agreement and stoppage. Which of the following you think is the right answer? Okay, so the right answer here will be simple, the implied pledge. So line is a type of security only. We know it's a type of a collateral, it's a type of a security in which we are talking about, like it is the right of a bank to have a possession over the collateral that has been given by the customer until and unless customer pay whole amount of money. So in that situation, this is implied pledge. You do not have to say that it's implied, it's understood that this right will be there with the bank, with the lender until and unless you repay your whole loan. So right answer will be your implied pledge. That is B option. Clear? Next question is talking about a lion is an of the creditor to retain the possession. What is a lion? So lion is or an dash of the creditor to retain the possession, and the right option will be first is right, obligation, instrument or interest. So a line is an dash of the creditor to retain the possession. It's a right of the creditor, it's an obligation of the creditor, it's an instrument of the creditor, it's an interest of the creditor. Which of the following is correct? So the right answer here is it's a right of the creditor. So line is what? It is an right of the creditor to retain the possession here. Creditor means the banks, like bank has its right to retain the possession until and unless you repay the loan that you have taken from the bank. This is what we're talking about here. Okay. So right answer is A option. Okay. So this is the certain questions we have discussed about your banker special relationship. So banker special relationship are of type, like you can call it garnish order, attachment order, mandate, line, or right of set off, right of appropriation. All these are the types of banker special relationship. But what we have discussed a very limited question. They have a lot of rules here. Like in case of garnish order, when the bank will perform the activity, in which amount it can be performed activity, can the amount increase after getting the garnish order, attachment order, etc. So many laws are there, so many, not the laws but guidelines are there. So to cover that, you can go with the Mahapack 2.0, in which we will be covering the session topics, each and every topic in the conceptual basis. Plus, with the conceptual classes, you will also get here the classes PDF also. The class PDF will be also available for all of you. If you want to revise, you can do that. After that, what will be available? The topic-wise test plus the full-length test will be available. Video recording will be available of live class. If you want to watch recorded, you will be allowed to watch the recording sessions. Apart from that, we will have the another benefits also. What kind of another benefit here? Like you will be able to give the marathons also, to attend the marathons also that will happen at the time of the exam. You will be able to get that also. So first of all, how to enroll in the Mahapack or the JIIB batch? Just go to their 24/7 application, click on the particular product you want to enroll in. So Mahapack 2.0 is there, in which include additional marathons here. And then we have a Sankalp JIIB selection batch also. So, and to enroll in any batch, the procedure is same. Just click on the particular product you want to enroll. Check the offering of the product. Like in this particular product, you will get the live classes, test series, ebook. And in test series, you can see topic wise tests are also there and full length tests are also there. Both are available. Then ebooks will be also available. If you find any issue at the time of enrollment, you can also call on this number. And how to enroll? To enroll, you have to go to the buy now option and apply the code August 77. When you apply this code, you will get here 77% discount. To get 1% additional discount, you can use the coins which are available on Adda 24/7 application. Clear? By using the coins, you will be able to get 1% additional discount on the product. The same process can be used for the Mahapack 2.0. Okay? So this is how you can enroll. And let me know in the comment section how much you score in this particular chapter. And that's a very important chapter. Garnish order and attachment order, they are very important. I have also taken a conceptual class on the both, like what is the difference between garnish order and attachment order. I have taken that. So if you want to check that, you can go to the Offices Adda 24/7 channel. You can find that. Okay. Now, do not forget to download the application and subscribe the channel, that is Offices Adda 24/7, where you will find the video recording of everything, your JIB, your CIB, your bank promotion exam, as well as for the certified exam. Everything is available on the same channel. Okay. And these sessions I am taking every day from Monday to Friday, only on Offices Adda 24/7 at 7 AM. Okay. So do not forget to join the session, and also do not forget to share the session with your friends and colleagues who are going to give the